coming back to work was really, really hard for me, and work was the easiest part.
If you have ADHD, you're more likely to have postpartum depression. You can't do it by yourself. It's impossible.
Welcome to Baby on the Brain. We're here with Tinuke, a journalist, mother, and founder of 5 Times More, and also previous Baby on the Brain podcast guest. Was that back in 2022?
Yeah, that was 2022.
If you were on the podcast in 2022, that means it's been 5 years since we started it. So I started it in 2021, when maybe even 2020, when I was pregnant with Amber. It must have been 2021 because I didn't tell any of you lot in 2020.
Until you were gone quite far.
Yeah, I was 20 weeks. God, the world has changed so much in 5 years, and my world has changed so much in 5 years. But I was thinking about this yesterday, and I came back from my second mat leave last year, and the difference in the flexibility that is afforded to women, just even in terms of what we talk about more these days at work, I think that's massive. When I left 5 years ago, it was much less spoken about and normal for flexible working to be de rigueur.
I totally agree. I feel like for me, I feel the effort, although if it's going to work or not, we don't know. But the more of an effort being placed on like childcare
In the last 5 years,
in the last
you think
5
that's
years,
changed?
I feel like that has changed. Yeah, no, especially the them wanting to put like the age a little bit younger so that more women can try, or more parents in general can try and go.
That's
back
the
to
3
work.
hours you're talking about.
Yeah, for the 3
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, because it was so difficult when it was myself, with Ezekiel and Eden. At one point, I had both of them in nursery, and my God,
Yeah.
it was too expensive, way too
Yeah.
expensive. So I appreciate that that's changed.
It has changed. I also found that really difficult. So last year when I came back, we had 2 in nursery, and the bill was over £1,000 a month.
Yeah, God,
Stop
yeah.
it.
Yeah, because we needed 4 days a week for both of them,
Yeah.
and I choose not to work 1 day a week, so we don't have to pay for that. But I'm not earning on that day,
Yeah.
so like it swings and roundabouts. But
Yeah.
and then you add on a load of other costs, and actually, what really upsets me is that there are so many underpaid, brilliant nursery workers out there as well. So it's not even like that's going towards great
Their
people
salaries.
looking after the most precious thing in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not resentful of that, but I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I don't know how people even thought about having a second kid back in the day before that existed. Obviously, I had my baby a year ago.
Yeah.
I have the government funding, and it starts from 9 months. So I was very much, I didn't even really think about having a child until that came in, because it wouldn't have been a possibility, right?
Right.
But interesting enough, all the women I met on mat leave who had 2 kids had at least 3 years between their babies. And they all said it was because by the time the youngest went to nursery, the older one would be going to school.
Yes.
Yeah.
One set of nursery
Yes.
fees.
Yeah.
Which is bonkers. Tactical, but
childbirth.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But if you think
Logistically.
about the age of mums are going up,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you get like berated for being older, maybe only having two kids because you're 40.
Yeah.
But actually, if you've got to leave a 4 or 5 year gap, be able to afford to have more than one kid, how could you ever hope to have kids before the age of 40?
Yeah.
You know?
Especially as a woman who wants a career.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
that's a really good point. I was also looking at the wait list times for gynecology. And actually in the last 5 years, they've skyrocketed. So that's something that really hasn't been beneficial to us. So while the flexible working has been brilliant, there are so many other things. And I know 5 times more, the work you guys do has really highlighted the disparity in care as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that is better or worse now we're talking about it more?
I think in some respects, so if we look at the last report that we did, actually we're finding more women compared to the first report, which was so we launched one last year and we launched one in 2022. And one of the key differences is that we're advocating for ourselves more, which is quite good to hear in comparison to the first time round.
Yeah.
But that comes at a cost.
Yeah.
It comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So Yeah, things seemingly are getting better, but
The
actually
system needs to change is what I'm hearing. Like you can
yeah.
advocate for yourself, and it truly is wonderful that people feel more empowered to do that.
Yeah, but if it's falling on
Maybe
deaf
shouldn't have
ears-
to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, we're going to fix it ourselves now.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I suppose reflecting on the last 5 years is kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And today, I really want to talk about what you wish you'd known, because Miranda, you have written the most wonderful cover feature for Stylist's
Thank you.
The Village by Stylist digital issue recently, and that was all about maternity leave. And in it, there was a line where you said something along the lines of, I wish someone had told me what returning to work after mat leave was really like, because I feel like no one talked about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, first off, an apology that I maybe didn't do that for you. Secondly, I was in a bad place.
I know. And you were my only example. I was like, oh my God, I feel like Fliss. You know, maybe he's not the person to emulate.
I had a baby who didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Still does. She's just turned 5. She's still a baby. She's just turned 5. But yeah, coming back to work was really, really hard for me. And work was the easiest part of coming back to work. But yeah, what do you wish you had known then? You've written a whole feature on this now.
Do you know what? I think I'm lucky because I work somewhere like here, which does have a lot of like working mums, and we do have a lot of flexibility. So I actually did feel prepared in that, like, I knew that I had to put my baby into nursery. I knew that I couldn't afford to take a year's mat leave. So I did start thinking a few months before the end, being like, right, I need to find a nursery that's going to take him from 9 months. And I need to be able to get to that nursery. The cheapest nursery in my borough closes at 5:30. So got to be there by 5:30. So then I have to shift my day forward. And I can't afford to put him in more than 3 days a week. And my parents at this point had not been like very involved. So me saying like, can you do 1 day a week? I wasn't even sure that they would commit to that. Well, they have been amazing. Like, thanks so much, Mum and Dad. They actually have been fantastic.
Thanks, Kay. Thanks, Mark.
Exactly. Can't knock them. But I knew that a 4-day week would not work for my workload, or like I couldn't afford to take a salary cut. So it was talking to other people who actually hadn't had kids about what flexible working looked like in different professions, where I learned about the 9 in 10 from the civil service. My friend is a manager in one of the departments and was like, actually 9 in 10 is the least disruptive form of compressed hours you could do. You should pitch that. But I didn't meet another mum my age with a child my age who hadn't gone back part-time.
Right.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and all loads of the case studies in that feature are women saying that they've gone part-time, either forced to take reduced hours to come back to their same job, or they couldn't afford the childcare, so they took part-time to stop that, or it seemed often like they hadn't chosen that path. So I think I would have I wish I had spoken to more women who were more had like more similarities to my lifestyle, with different options of how they made working full-time work for them. Because actually, when someone says to you, I feel loads of guilt about my kid being in the nursery, but you only work 3 days a week. Don't get me wrong. I know that comes with its whole other like set of challenges, but I don't know how your child guilt can be the same as my child guilt, because I don't see my baby for 5 days in a row.
Well, guilt is also immeasurable and incomparable almost, isn't it? It's your personal circumstances. But I do think it's so interesting that you are saying, I wish I had known more about how to navigate all of the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you needed to have a conversation with your family, and really, we are quite unaware. I was unaware of how expensive childcare was before I became a mother. I would just be like, oh, people moaning about it again.
You do though.
And then
till it comes
it
to
hits.
Then it comes to bite you right in.
You've got that government account open and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But you know, I think just what you said before about like work is the simple bit. I was thinking the other day, I finished work here at 4:30. I cycled to Aldi to pick up tin and tomatoes, and then had to go straight to the nursery. I know, it was actually a coconut curry.
Love.
But I got to the nursery at 5:15. Aubrey was the penultimate child left, and he had been the first child in.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, that's actually devastating. then cycle to the bike shelter to put the bike away. Take him off. I've got him on one hip, my huge backpack on the other, both our helmets off like 2 fingers, trying to open the door to the flat, dump all that stuff, quickly make an omelette, put it in the lunchbox, put it in the truck, take him out with his toys to the park because it's like a 1 hour of sunshine that we could both get, yada, yada, yada. Gets to 6:30. I'm like, fuck, we're late for the bath time. We're no, blah, 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 blah. And it got to 8 o'clock and I was like, and actually you've been going since 6 a.m. And I am normally like but I'm not used still to the fact that I'm not doing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of the admin
people.
just to get everyone where they have to be. And then 8 till 9:30 when I fall asleep on the sofa, that's when I could do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is
And by that, do you mean eat dinner? And
Eat
be
dinner.
slightly
Doom
brain
scroll.
dead.
have a conversation with my husband. Have a shower.
Yeah, doom scroll
Doom
is
scroll.
totally right.
Yeah.
No, I actually have a blocker on my phone from 9
Good
p.m.
for you.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm uncontactable.
So you have Ez
Yeah.
and Eden,
I do.
and we also have another one en route. Congratulations! I'm utterly thrilled for you. When you text me saying that, I actually called you immediately.
Yeah,
It was-
you did.
Probably shouldn't have done it. It was well beyond our boundaries of our friendship, but I called you immediately as I was walking down the road, and I was just so thrilled for you. So you are in a very unique position on this panel right now of someone who is about to do it again. So what do you wish that you know now you'd known when you were having Ez? Is that 8 years ago?
God, yeah, 8 years ago. I wish I knew that I had ADHD.
Okay.
I wish I knew I had
That's
ADHD.
so
What difference would that have
interesting.
made to you?
It would have made me just understand more about my journey of motherhood. So immediately, it wasn't diagnosed, but I feel like I had postpartum depression. And that's obviously because of the hormones and the way your brain works and just everything. If you have ADHD, you're more likely to have postpartum depression.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. You're more likely to have everything at this point if you've got ADHD. Like everything is just so overwhelming. But the fact that I've just found motherhood, it was, oh my God, is that whole first year, it was overjoyous, overstimulating, overwhelming, over everything. And I just wish that I knew that I wasn't broken and I wasn't faulty. Because I think up until that point, I was like typical type A, right? Type A morphed into
Both of
type.
you.
I'm recognizing myself quite a lot in this conversation suddenly.
And I feel like I morphed into type B and I didn't want to, but
Okay.
I couldn't keep all the balls up in the air anymore. This little human had just come in and just, I don't want to say wrecked everything, but changed
They
everything.
wonderfully upend your life.
Yeah.
In a way that no one can prepare you for, no matter how much, because it's so personal.
You just don't know. You don't know what it's going to be
So,
like.
Talk to me about what you think the difference will be now, parenting a newborn and allowing yourself to be cared for as someone who has ADHD.
Okay, well, what are the differences going to be? I feel like, first of all, age. Guys, my knees.
Stop it. Stop it.
My knees. I feel like I've put some boundaries in place. I feel like at this point I've stopped people pleasing. I don't do that anymore. If it doesn't work for me, it's a polite thanks but no.
Oh, I've heard that from you.
Even with my kids, I put in those boundaries. No, mummy's tired. Okay,
Thank
we
you so
can't
much,
do
but
that.
no, please go away.
Go. Making sure that I am asking for help, because again, I was going through
Yeah.
type A, like do everything myself, like, eldest daughter, Nigerian household, in charge of everything.
Just fierce independence.
Right? And now I'm like, actually, I'm going to need every week one of my friends to rotate and come to my house on a Friday. If you're working from home, come and work from my house and actually, like, let's look after this baby together, or you look after the baby so I can sleep.
Yeah.
I'm actually just literally putting it out there and being like, guys, we're doing this together.
Do you know what that brings me to? Is actually my second point of things that I think that have changed for the positive
Yeah.
in the last 5 years is, and it may just be personal to me, a sense of community. And I think things like Mums and Tea and the Village by Stylist are bringing people together in a way that I didn't realise I needed.
Yes.
I did not know I needed that.
I
Like,
need
I
it
am
so
still
much.
friends with my NCT from Amber group I feel incredibly sorry for Frank because we didn't have a little group of people that we hung out with that are the same age as him. So he has Amber and Amber's friends. He's got
his play group.
nursery, yeah.
Aubrey
But
has no friends, is it? I don't.
that's normal and fine. He's
Yeah,
one.
I made one friend on mat leave.
But this is what I mean, the village and the community. But that and what you have just said, allowing them in, I think is really important to acknowledge.
Oh my God, you can't do it by yourself. It's impossible. It's impossible. And I actually just don't even want to attempt it. Because the first time around I was like, okay, that's what made me start Mums and Tea. Because I was like, I am not doing this by myself. First one out of my friends to have a baby. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the second time was COVID.
Oh God.
My God.
Lockdown. Hello.
Yeah.
I had her literally. Eden was born in April. Yeah. At that, I think they
At the
locked
thick of
down
it.
in March.
Wow.
Yeah, they locked down in March. So this is going to be a totally different experience. This is what I would have wanted for Eden.
Right, okay.
Where I'm like, actually, guys, I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I need the help. I can't do it. I don't want to do it by myself.
Yeah.
And actually, I've been a great friend to all of you. You guys have been a great friend back.
Finally coming back.
This is like there is in Hebrew philosophy there is a concept of tikkun, and it's like a redo where you kind of like make up for, so this baby and your birthing experience, your parenting experience is like your tikkun of the COVID baby, where everything now will be as it should have been.
I accept
I
that.
absolutely
Manifesting.
love that.
Oh my God, I love that. And I accept it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I think that was how I felt with Frank, actually, is that I got another shot at it. COVID did take, I think we have not had time to acknowledge how much COVID took away.
Can we actually just not even go there, please? I
Yeah,
get
well,
PTSD.
I didn't know anything different.
Oh yes, of course.
So I would go to my hospital appointments on my own. My midwife appointments were at the local rugby club.
Stop it.
So I've got pictures of me in a mask, sat by the taps. Heineken, Guinness.
No.
Yeah,
And you're
because
like 1 pint here.
yes, trying to flick them over. Yeah, because you had to be such a distance apart that they were using all like the boxes and
That's
stuff.
bonkers.
They'd get their little piece of string out and measure me in the, I don't know, the snazzy box that people use.
Wow.
Yeah. Village and community for me is what I would like to tell myself at the start. Also, lean in and have fun.
Yeah.
Because it is still the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah. It's a good
Hands
time.
down.
It's a good time watching this little person grow, and then seeing like, you know, how you interact with the world, how the baby interacts with the world, how people interact with the baby, and
Oh
all
my
of that.
gosh,
It's actually everything is new, everything's different, and even though this is my third time, I'm like, yeah,
You're ready.
I'm ready. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't even think I've got a soldier. I don't even have like a dummy. We threw everything out.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
God.
convinced we were not going to have another child, and obviously
Oh.
playing with fire, you're getting burnt.
Well, they will be thrilled to watch this back in 5 or 10 years' time.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you. I think it's a really wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. I think another thing I wish I'd known is that my ambition wouldn't decrease. It would actually get a lot bigger after having children.
That's
But
interesting.
not for my own traditional career path, if that makes sense. I feel like with a mixture of things, obviously my son has autism, and with his diagnosis, I think we were talking about this before, I actually ended up quitting because I was like, actually I need to be flexible on my own terms, but it made me ambitious to just put my all into my business, obviously 5 times more than the other things I do because I'm mad, but it made me more ambitious because obviously when you're freelance and you have to work for yourself, like you don't work, you don't eat, but also it means that I have to find these different ways to just try and make it work. But there's so much heart and purpose behind what I do that actually I've got way more ambition than I ever had.
That is totally the opposite to what I hear most people say.
Yeah.
And I don't mean my friends and family, but I feel like the discourse on the internet is that when you have a baby, you lose your ambition.
Yeah.
Or like maybe
you
you
have
have
different priorities, I guess.
that is a good nuance.
Your business is all about advocating to make sure other women don't go through what you went through.
Yeah.
And so your child is almost like that beacon of like, that's the amazing product of a less than desirable system, right?
Yeah.
So I can imagine every time you look at your kids, you're like, I have no option but to keep going with this because this is everything that I am and
Absolutely.
everything we are.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were PAYE for the man and they were like, you need to do this spreadsheet and fill it in for no reason and then send it in, you'd be like, I don't care. I've got to be at the nursery in 10 minutes. This is like literally not. I feel like it's difficult when it's your career and something you believe in versus just a job.
Yeah.
And you could be really highly paid and work in like a very corporate position, but like, do you really care about making money for a bank? You don't own the bank.
Yeah.
Why do you care?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
As I like to say,
Over here, like,
my father doesn't
maybe
own
I
the
do.
bank. Why am I working so hard? Like, that's my motto. Like, when I was back in corporate, please, my father doesn't own this place.
Exactly.
I don't need to work that hard. It's okay.
Exactly.
Oh, now I'm thinking about Jeremy and what he owns. Not a business that I'm working for, let me tell you that. Yeah, I think ambition is a really interesting conversation to have, especially around motherhood. And I agree, actually. I do think my ambition grew, especially having a girl and a boy, and it's in different ways. So my ambition around Amber was for her to see her mum do something
Awesome.
that she really cared about.
Yeah.
And then for Frank, it's exactly the same, but I want to make sure he knows that women are just as equal as men and that he grows up in a household where that's not even questioned.
Yeah.
I want him to be the one in the pub that goes, "Oi, mate, don't you think that's a bit last year?"
Yeah.
Like I want him to be the one that calls people out.
Yeah.
But you know, when I came back from that leave, I remember you saying to me
Oh,
on
no.
my first day back.
Oh no. Yes.
No, you said to me something like this is not the most important part of our lives anymore, but every moment I'm at work matters more than it ever did. Something along those lines, and that stuck with me.
Quite philosophical.
Because
It
yeah,
is.
because
I'm
I
quite surprised.
This is like I have no recollection of ever saying.
No, never.
But I think that is so true because it's like, okay, if you're here for 9 hours, each of those 9 hours now matters more than ever because I ain't staying late and I can't make this time up. And actually, once I've left this building, my brain has switched and I'm back into mum mode, not wellness editor mode. So every moment I'm here actually is so much more important than it used to be because it's a one-shot chance, really.
Yeah,
It does count. It does. I was right.
You were
You
right.
were.
I was right.
Yeah.
And it is more important than ever to get that right. But yeah, I agree. Let's play a game of this or that.
Let's do it.
Bluey or bingo?
Bluey.
You're wrong. I'm actually not going to judge you on every. Do you know what Bluey is?
I've seen him.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, sorry.
Next question.
Sorry.
Next.
Horrible.
No.
Snacks in every bag or lipstick in every bag?
Oh, snacks.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
time.
of
If it's going to stop
course.
someone crying, literally, that's
Oh,
the
I
only
thought
thing
that
we
was
want.
you.
I thought you meant
What?
you saw me with my Starburst.
Okay.
Stuff the babies.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
Yes.
Yes, every time. I've never been a late night person though, but
No,
if my
not
kids aren't
really.
asleep by 7:15, I'm like, please, just
Meltdown.
Podcasts or paperbacks?
Paperback.
We were just talking about this earlier. Letting go or doubling down?
Double down.
Yes.
Never let go.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Stick her on the teeth.
Yes.
See, I'm let go.
No.
That's not true. When you're a star, this isn't aligned to your star sign, Fliss.
Okay, fine.
She knows.
Calendar reminders or mental lists?
Calendar reminders.
Every time.
About 10. 10 for the same thing.
I'm a notebook person. If it's not in my paper diary, it does not exist.
really?
You quite literally took the piss out of me earlier when someone said, remember these 2 things? And I wrote them down, repeating them. And you went, did you need to write that down?
That's a good one.
Exercise or sleep?
Oh, now sleep. Before exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to sleep. I can't.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
fair.
you're
I'm
growing.
growing a child.
You're growing
Yes,
life.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Miranda?
Exercise or sleep?
Exercise.
I was always exercise over sleep. And my exercise has had to take a dramatic change as having a baby. Now it's like not even a sleep because I still wake up at 6 a.m. But I actually lie in bed staring at the sleeping baby for about an hour when I should be exercising. So it's actually neither.
Okay, fair.
Okay, that wasn't an option, but we'll accept it. Coffee you didn't finish or tea you've reheated 3 times?
What?
Tea. Coffee's
What?
horrible.
Really?
Coffee's horrible.
No,
Oh,
you're
it's a health food. Don't get Miranda
wrong.
started on
So
it.
wrong. You
Not
got
coffee.
yeah. We'll go into it.
Do you know what? Coffee makes me yeah, no. It makes me a bit weird.
Okay, a clear diary or a clear kitchen?
Come on.
If you've got 15 minutes, what are you going to do?
Clear
Go-
diary to clear kitchen.
Fair enough. Packed lunches or hot dinners?
Hot dinner.
Every time.
All the
Literally
time.
no.
A hot dinner in the evening, not a hot lunch, though.
Hot anything.
Last one. This is divisive. School WhatsApp group or
Whatever.
Episiotomy.
Don't bother. No, sorry. And I'm really sorry for the girls in the school WhatsApp group. You know,
She's out.
number
No.
what? Well, it was going to be followed up by or a blissful life of ignorance. But if you aren't partaking in that WhatsApp group, how are you finding the cardigan?
What?
Well, I'm not.
What do you mean you're not?
I'm not finding the cardigan.
I'm so militant about the cardigans.
Oh my god! Do you know how many times I've sent my kids to school on clothes day, and everyone's like, "But why don't you check the WhatsApp group?" Because I muted you.
Oh my god.
It's been muted.
Oh
What are you
my
talking
god.
about?
She's like the one from Motherland that turns up on book day and takes a top off
Oh,
at
yeah.
school gates.
Yeah, it's probably me. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely me.
That's Julia.
You're Julia.
Wow.
Thank you so much. This has meant everything to me to have you back on and to talk to us. And I really appreciate how candid you have been. And I think we're going to make the world a slightly better place by talking about all these nice things that we wish we'd know.
Yeah.
Love that.
Woo.